respected judges. So I would be talking of our study, surgical outcomes of late surgery in uncomplicated infantile exotropia. So as we all know that infantile exotropia is a rare disorder characterized by divergent strabismus, which appears between 6 to 12 months of age and persists beyond 6 months of age in neurologically healthy children. Most of them would need eventually surgery, and timing of surgical intervention and its outcomes are less reported. Post-operative successful alignment is reported to be 60 to 85% of the cases, whichever paper has studied it. But the debate continues whether to operate early, which is less than 2 years of age, or at a later age beyond 2 years of age. Proponents of early surgery say that this would enhance the chance to attain binocularity, satisfactory ocular alignment, and reduce the risk of recurrence. However, authors who agree for later surgery say an early surgery would give us an inaccurate measurement, thereby leading to a smaller overcorrection, which would cause monofixation syndrome and would have poor stereopsis or higher chances of amblyopia. Also, it has been studied that there is more risk of postoperative drift when operated at less than 1 year of age, and therefore the debate continues, controversies linger. So with this, the primary objective of our study was to review the motor and sensory outcomes after surgery for infantile exotropia, and the secondary objective was to study whether any preoperative variables affected these outcomes. It was a retrospective study designed between the year 2010 to 2016, in which we included children who presented to us with an onset before 12 months of age, exotropia deviation more than 25 prism diopters, whether they had a constant nature or of intermittent nature, which became constant later. And we excluded any other association like neurologic preterm trauma, significant refractive error, consecutive exotropia, or any orbital pathology that would reduce vision. In these 30 children operated by a single surgeon who would have a minimum follow-up of 6 months were included. Surgical approach, which we did with either bilateral lateral rectus recession or unilateral recess resect. The motor outcome variables were quantified at success if esotropia less than 5 pt or exotropia less than 10 pt, recurrence if XT less than 10 prism diopters, and overcorrection of ET overcorrection of ET greater than 5 prism diopters. Binocular sensory status was also assessed using Wirth 4-dot and Titmus stereopsis chart. And here we see that the age at presentation was 45.61 plus minus 27.67. So this was a later age of presentation, and the distance angle was ranged from 25 to 120 prism diopters. And most of them were operated at a mean age duration of 59.3 plus minus 27.05 months at a wider range of 24 to 151. 3 of them, due to dense amblyopia, underwent recess resect, and the rest of them had 27 of them had bilateral lateral rectus recession, of which at 6 weeks follow-up, 80% motor success was attained, which was maintained to at least 69% at 6-month follow-up, and 40% of them attained greater than 400 seconds of stereopsis at 6 months when it was recordable, and BSB was found in 20%. When we performed tests to find out any preoperative variables association, it was angle, the distance and near angle, which were correlated between the motor and sensory outcomes. So what does the literature says? It says that in the past, which are studies from the Western literature, says that most of them have operated at early age, and this gives us better post-operative outcomes. What we found that at India, children come at a later age, and even operating at a later age gives us good motor outcomes, and a good gross stereopsis can be attained. They have also studied in the past that duration of misalignment is a stronger predictor, whereas our study says angle of deviation is a significant predictor of outcome. There was no significant difference in clinical characters between constant and intermittent groups except postoperative stereopsis in the papers reported, and this was similar to what we found was postoperative sensory outcomes were better in the intermittent group of infantile XT variant, and other factors did not influence outcomes. Thus, to conclude, it is better to aim for slighter overcorrection. This group would have a higher rate of recurrence and overcorrection. Surgical dosage or the age does not affect the postoperative outcome. Our study definitely is limited by its retrospective, smaller sample size, and shorter follow-up duration. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Rath. You are pretty on time. So, what was the stereo acuity measurement? I am sure it was for near and not for the distance.
Yes, sir.
As you got, the 40% improvement in the stereopsis.
Yes, sir. It was for near, and as also discussed in the past speaker, so which we have also thought that because we have operated at a later age and older children, the response is reliable. That is why possibly it is better response for stereo.
Okay, Dr. Mayur, do you have any comment?
Hi, I'm Dr. Sunil.
Oh, sorry, Dr. Sunil. Yeah.
Mayur is my brother. So I had this question about the angle of deviation. So could you say a particular cutoff point at the angle of deviation where we would be able to tell the patient's parents that beyond this angle of deviation, the issue is going to be is not going to be a major improvement or something like that? Is there any cutoff angle? Were you able to
So for
find?
surgery, we have included beyond 25, like because those, as we all know, that is a target
Right.
for an operable angle.
So were you able to say that at a particular, let's say 30 or something else, were you able to say that at this point there is going to be a significant non-improvement, or less than this there's going to be a
So
significant
larger angle, those, sir, so if I have the individual 30 files, which I remember, so those who have larger angles, say more than 60, because we know they would have many, they did not have good outcomes, but still 30 to 40 in between that variant had a better outcome.
Right.
So
So you would say beyond 40, you would be able to tell that may not have, and 60 is definitely 60 is definitely. So you would be able to classify that way, right?
yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.